All right, good morning. Commissioner Mott, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Smith, will you open in prayer?
Our Heavenly Father, as we come to you, we thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to come do the business of the county. We thank you for all these wonderful people that are here today. We ask that you would bless them throughout their day, watch over them and take care of them. And Lord, we ask that you would help us to do the business that needs to be done for the county, that we can do it in the way that you would have it to be done. We thank you for all you do for us, taking care of us. We ask these things in your precious name, and amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please be seated. At this point, it is, first it's June 25th, and we normally jump right in, but we have some special guests with us today. We're glad you're here. Todd Dunn told us this is a surprise, so Todd, I'm going to turn it over to you up here at the podium, if you would. So we're going to pivot our agenda just a little bit.
Thank you, guys. This year, you guys know, you guys helped a bunch with the trout derby. The kayaks went great. Some of the kids couldn't make it with the kayaks. One's had one mounted on his wall.
Oh, cool.
But I don't know if you've seen a picture with him that won it.
Yeah.
But he's mounting his on the wall. Then the other kid is from your area. He is right out there, South Webster.
Yeah.
He won Little Red-Headed Boy. He's out there from there. So this year, the trout derby was excellent. I mean, it's getting better and better and better. Do not like having to beg for fish. You know, I'm going to complain about that no matter what. But other than that, these guys had a great time. This is what it's all about, these kids getting back and to you guys. But we've got plaques for each one of you guys, thanking you guys for your help with it and stuff. Without you guys, there is no trout derby. I mean, we get a new governor in there, we've got to go hard at it. Because, do you all like to fish?
Yes, I heard yes.
They all like to fish. That's the only time they're going to get to fish. I mean, and catch fish, and catch plenty of them. Plus, I know that we made sure they had plenty of donuts and drinks and stuff like that too, so they didn't go hungry. But, Leo, you want to bring me one of the plaques, please? I'll meet you up here.
Oh, wow.
Merritt Smith, you want to
You got it. He's reading it.
Right here. Here's it. Gives it to you. Hey, Bill, you want to read this for us? Sure. You got the voice.
Oh, wow.
I can't. If you hear me, I'm hoarse. But
Life Changer Award is being presented to Mr. Merritt Smith. They want to thank you for all that you've done serving our community over the years. You mean a lot to the community of South Webster. Thank you for the kayak, for the trout derby. It meant so much to this young man. And thank you for your help with the Scioto County Developmental Disabilities. Without your help, this trout derby would not have happened. Thanks from the disabled veterans, children, and adults. And have some compassion in making a difference. And that comes from Jude, 1st chapter, verse 22.
Oh, cool. How cool.
Did you guys see it? You were probably
the next one is Merritt. Steve.
This Life Changer Award is being presented to Commissioner Stephen Will Mall. I want to thank you for all that you've done serving the community over the years. And you mean a lot to the community in Portsmouth. Thank you for the kayak, for the trout derby. It It meant a great deal to these young people, and thank you for your help with the Scioto County Developmental Disabilities. Without your help, this child derby would not have taken place. Thank you, disabled veterans, children, and adults. And some have compassion, making a difference again, from Jude chapter 1, verse 22.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Scotty?
It's all-
That's all these right now.
One more time.
You're doing a great job. Yeah, we got it.
This Life Changer Award is being presented to Commission Chair Scott E. Powell. I want to thank you for all that you've done, serving the community over the years. You mean a lot to the entirety of Scioto County. Thank you for all of your help with the Trout Derby. It means a great deal to all the differently abled veterans, children, as well as adults. Without you, this Trout Derby would not have taken place. Thank you. Some love, some have compassion, making a difference. Again, Jude chapter 1, verse 22.
Thanks so much. Can we get everybody up here?
Yeah.
You guys want to get your plaques? Todd, you're up here too. Can you guys come get a picture with us? We appreciate you guys coming. Hey, come on in here. Come on in here.
I'll send it to you. Everybody stand over here.
You want to stand here?
Help hold the thing out. There we go.
All right.
That's it.
One more. Thanks so much. Guys, thanks so much.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
This is awesome.
Thank you for your, that voice, listener, what you just fine. That voice.
Thank you for coming in. Yep. Who's there? Do I know what happened to you the other day? Who? All right, we're going to get back to our meeting. It's a good one.
Yes, whatever.
You know what happened to me then?
Maybe we will.
Thanks so much.
Watch that corner this time.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks for coming, guys. Be careful coming out here.
Good
See
seeing you.
all. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, guys. And as they
Mr.
leave,
24-year-old.
thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
I can imagine you can. Teresa.
And you know, as the crew leaves, I do want to recognize Todd Dunn. He does
Yeah.
such a good job of recognizing everybody else, but I know the amount of work and dedication you put into not just this event, but the no-kill deer hunts and the pheasant hunts, and you're just the way you. I know you have a huge heart for our veterans and disabled kids, and we appreciate you figuring out a way consistently to make their lives better and to enhance their lives. So thank you for that.
And Todd doesn't take too many no's for answers.
Got this many kids want to come and do something, hard to let it down.
Yep.
I mean, it's really hard, and, you know, you have kids out there crying when they catch a fish, I mean, they don't get that chance in
Yeah.
life, but we make it possible.
Well, we appreciate you and all the volunteers that you pull together, Todd.
And we have-
Thanks so much.
Without the community, Scioto County, with the volunteers and donations, we couldn't do it.
That's right.
it's all about, but they do pretty good, you know, especially our restaurants and stuff, they kick in and stuff, help out, cater stuff good, and we, you know, Kroger's looked at me like I was crazy. First day, I went in and ordered 60 dozen donuts. Like, what?
Yeah.
60 dozen? Yeah. But 100 cases of pop, you know, they're like, okay. 1,000 hot dogs, they said, okay.
It was a remarkable event this year. You had awesome weather, so thanks.
Yeah, it all went good.
Yep.
Next year, you know, like I said, we've got to figure something out.
For sure.
I don't like the way they get treated.
Understood.
Something else I'd like to say, Todd, is, you know, even in the political end of it, you had people running against each other, but they were all out there working. Everybody from both sides, it didn't matter. They come together and they worked, and it is important.
No complaining, no dirty.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's right.
yeah.
You did this, you did that.
Yep, it was important that we did what was right for the veterans and the kids, and it was a great, really a great
Yeah, I mean,
thing that you put
And
on.
I can't get in the middle of nothing, and I try not to. I mean, that's just the way it's got to be, because kids deserve 100% of our attention. And in this city, there's just nothing for the handicapped.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we want to put the wheelchair track in. So.
And Bruce Mitchell coming in from Louisiana and Sergeant Bell, and it was a wonderful time and a wonderful thing.
Well, you know, that's like I said, they love to come here. I mean, they come up here and spend a week, you know, as we go to all the restaurants and stuff, so.
Yeah.
But it's all about the kids and the vets in Scioto County. I mean, that's the whole thing. And we do get some, from Chillicothe that came down and stuff, some of, Chillicothe's family and
Yeah.
do come down. You know, but I'm not gonna let politicians or nothing bother me. I'm just gonna say my piece. But without it, the kids fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing about it.
Well, thank you, Todd, for all that you do out there. We really appreciate it.
All right. With that, we're going to jump into our agenda today with approving the meeting minutes of June 18th.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of request for appropriation of funds,
Any comments or questions on our appropriation request?
I make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of request for appropriation transfer of funds,
Any comments or questions on our transfer request?
Make a motion, we approve the transfers.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of approving payment of the regular schedule of accounts for various funds, moral obligations, and then and now certificates in the total amount of $636,674.52.
Any comments or questions on the docket?
I make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of accepting miscellaneous reports,
Any comments or questions on our miscellaneous report?
I make a motion, we accept the reports.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of resolution dedicating Packer Dog Park at Earl Thomas Conley Park,
I'm not going to read the resolution as it stands. You gentlemen have seen it. We do have an event down at ETC starting at the splash pad at noon today, in which this resolution will be read in full. But it is the dedication of the new dog park down at ETC. This was one of the last projects that Commissioner Coleman was working on. And it's only fitting that we name it in her honor, but more so and with the name of her dog and her companion, Packer, who passed away during the vehicle accident that ultimately ended up taking Kathy's life as well. So Packer Park will be unveiled today in connection to another resolution that we'll have here where we're renaming and rededicating the splash pad. Any comments or questions on the resolution?
I make the motion to adopt.
I will second it.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of communication from Portsmouth Municipal Court regarding electronic monitoring house arrest invoice March 2026.
We have communication from Casey Boone, Clerk of Courts, regarding electronic monitoring house arrest invoice for March 26 in the amount of $11,614.50 with a total of 801 days at $14.50 a day, $125 in program costs being paid for by the defendants, leaving a total of $11,489.50 owed by the county. This is a higher number than we normally see, so we have quite a bit more days. Clearly people being on house arrest with such a small amount being paid for by the defendants, but this is the invoice to consider. Any comments or questions?
I make a motion we approve the invoice.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of change order number 1 for Otway Village State Route 73 flood and drainage regarding the engineer.
So this is a connection to the CDBG grant funding that was connected to the Otway drainage and retaining wall there that we received money for. Contract price prior to the change order was $540,597.83. Net increase resulting in the change order is $67,425.54. That takes the current price of the change order, or the current contract price, including the change order, to $608,023.37. Completion date prior to this change was July 1st. There is no changes to the completion date. Current contract completion date is still slated for July 1st of 2026. Any comments or questions?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of request to attend meetings,
Any comments or questions on request to attend meetings?
I make a motion we approve the request.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of SCI TR 100-0.46 /1.63 bridge replacement project for LPA agreement amendment regarding the engineer.
Any comments or questions on the LPA agreement?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of resolution renaming the Doug Coleman splash pad to the Doug and Kathy Coleman splash pad.
As we've already mentioned, we do have the event down at noon at the splash pad today to be renamed in honor of Doug and Kathy Coleman. It was Doug that started the vision for the splash pad, and when he passed in office, Kathy stepped into that role, and that was one of the first projects she was able to see through. So it's only fitting that we're able to recognize both of these commissioners and husband and wife there in West Portsmouth, where they both lived and cared so much about. And we'll have more to say about this at noon, but and we'll read this resolution then. But any comments or questions?
I will make a motion we adopt the resolution.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of change order number 1 for Rare and Daily Bread building renovation project with Roger Hemming Contractor LLC regarding CDBG.
Another CDBG grant project. It's a Raritan Daily Bread for their building. Contractor met with AEP and TSHD Architects to review requirements for the building permits. And changes to the electric intake in the bid proposal are required. Material and labor costs for revised electrical intake required a $10,842 increase to the project cost. The increase will be paid for by the Raritan Daily Bread. Work completion date was extended by the Ohio Department of Development as the project will not be completed by the original grant agreement of June 30th, 2026. In change order number 1, the following are material and labor needed, and then it talks about conduits, cables, hangers for the conduit, etc. Any comments or questions?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I will second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of resignation from the Scioto County Airport Authority Board.
We do have a letter of resignation from Jim Smalley. He has served very well on this board. A lot of hard work happens out there at the airport board. They get a lot of grant money and enhancements that happen. He did give us a personal letter here that talks about just some things going on personally that he's going to step away from the board so he can focus on himself and his family. But appreciate him and all the hard work he's been involved in out there. If anyone's interested in the airport board, I think we have 2 vacancies. For sure we have one, but I think there's another one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Typically, we get recommendations through the airport board, specifically for the airport board. So if you're interested, you can reach out to us and we can help connect and get somebody vetted through. But appreciate Jim's hard work, and I'll entertain a motion to accept his resignation.
I'd like to thank Jim for the work that he's put in, the time he's put in out there, and with that, I'll make a motion to approve the resignation.
Yes, I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Balt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Hi. That is the end of our agenda. We typically open for questions, items on and off agenda, but we have a special guest here today. And I'm going to put you on the spot for just a second, if that's okay. Tiffany Lee Masters is joining us today. If you could go to the podium, you could share a little bit about yourself. I'm not going to ask you questions because this is day 4, so we'll take it easy on you for now. But Tiffany has joined as our first Economic Development Director of the Scioto County Development Corporation. People might remember it's been almost a year ago that we rolled out a plan to decentralize the power of economic development from this board to a group of entities within the county that already touch economic development. And those entities are represented. That's SOMC, Shawnee State Community Action, DESCO, the Chamber, the Port Authority, us. If I missed some, City of Portsmouth. City of Portsmouth. I was going to miss somebody, and I would never heard the end of it. So those entities and leaders and executives and presidents all came together, and we stood up this entity to ensure a collaborative approach that can hopefully withstand the winds of politics. Because economic development is not a right or left issue, it is a how do we create jobs and investment in our community issue. So Tiffany, we're glad you're here. With that said, if you want to share a little bit today, I'll give you the floor for a second.
I told her it had to be 20 minutes.
Well, it looks like you got 20 minutes to fill. I don't know.
Sure. So I'm honored to serve as the new Economic Development Director. I recognize that there is good work already being done. So really my focus is to build on the foundation that you all already have, strengthen the relationships with the businesses, officials, and the community in general, to help create growth and opportunity throughout the county. It is my first week, and everyone's been really welcoming so far. I've received a very warm welcome, so I am excited, and you'll start to see me out in the community, so when folks see me, I would love for them to come up, introduce themselves. I want to hear about what they think is going well and what they think isn't, and yeah, so thank you for giving me a chance to speak. I'm looking forward to getting started.
All right. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
And to clarify, Tiffany is not an employee of the county or the commissioners, but we do have a seat on the board, so thank you for being here. We did think it was important that people can see you because part of economic development is those business retention and expansion. So as she's going out to businesses, hey, here's the person asking, like, do you need help? So thanks for being here. And with that, I know we pivot to questions, items on agenda. Any questions, items on agenda? Mr. Bill Shope. Thank you, Sarah, for being here and reading our plaques earlier.
That's what I get paid to do.
I know. It's awesome.
Thanks for having me here, guys. I'll combine item number 6 and number 11 on the agenda. Of course, you're having this ceremony at 12 noon today at the park. I was just wondering, start off with you, Scotty, especially you. You served with Kathy Coleman on the board. What does Kathy's legacy do you feel is to our county?
Oh, Kathy. So I didn't know Doug. I knew Kathy. And Kathy's heart was always with the community, really kids, like anything to do with kids, whether it was impact or CPS or activities for children. She had such a big heart and a warming presence. She'd light up around children. So when you actually look at ETC Park, and there's other projects we can point out throughout the county, I mean, I can look around the park, and just since I served with her, she had the splash pad before I got here. You have the walking trail, the pump track, the new playground, the frisbee disc golf, now the dog park. But she was always a calming effect. I think that's probably her legacy. Anytime there was any, whether it was here live in our meetings or the meetings after, she was always the calming effect in the room. She was, she had a way to bring the temperature down, and I appreciate that the most about my time with Kathy. You didn't have to worry about agendas. You knew she was coming from a place of warmth and love, and she truly just had a heart for the community. So I think it's fitting that we can honor her next to the love of her life, and also co-commissioners on a project that they both worked on. So I appreciate that
Thanks.
opportunity to share.
Merritt and Will, you both are welcome to comment as well, please.
Well, Bill, I guess, I don't know how you say this, but I was appointed in Kathy's spot. And, you know, I'm appreciative that I was appointed, but I'm not appreciative of the way that it came about. And I had worked with Kathy on different issues before coming in here, and knew Kathy well. And one of the promises that I made when I came in, and I didn't make too many promises because I think that's not a good thing to do, to make promises, because you end up not keeping some of those promises. But one of the promises I made was to try to see through the things that Kathy had been working on to make sure that they got taken care of. And we had the senior living center over on the west side that Kathy was very involved with, and within the first couple of weeks I was here, you know, that came up that we needed to move and make sure that was taken care of. Kathy's fingerprints were all over it. She was interested in that and wanted to make sure that it was done, make sure it was taken care of, and so, you know, one of my thoughts, I didn't know a whole lot about it. Didn't know a whole lot about, you know, you just walk into something and you don't know a whole lot about what's taking place with it, but I knew it was something that Kathy was very passionate about, and we needed to get it done. And actually, we did that when it was just Scotty and I. We were the only two commissioners at that time, but we moved that project ahead, and you can go on the west side and see where it's at. Also, with Todd being here today, one of the things that Kathy was very passionate about was the trout derby out there. She was always interested in that, and as a matter of fact, this year it was kind of dedicated in her memory, the trout derby that Todd did out there, and I wanted to make sure, from my perspective, that I got involved because Kathy had been involved, and it was very important to her. So hopefully, because I talked to the family when I came in, and I told them I wanted to move ahead with those things, and hopefully they can look at that and say, you know, I've kept my word on trying to make sure that those things continued on, so that Kathy's legacy would continue with the things that she was interested in.
Thank you.
I knew Doug Yankee, and I think it's great we're able to preserve their legacy, and we're going to be doing that today with the dedications over on the west side at the splash pad and the now Packard Park. It's yeah, they were wonderful people. Scotty and Merritt elaborated on that, and that's honesty. They're very good people. I love them both.
Okay, thank you, guys. And off agenda, can anybody update me on the progress made on Fort Hill?
You know the engineer handles that.
Aaron told me to put you on the spot.
They're working on it. I know last I heard it was slated to be opened in July. Once again, it's an engineer project. And you probably just asked me this so I brag on Darren a little bit. But I mean, it's a 1,000-foot slip. It was a massive engineering undertaking. They were able to get a large portion of it paid for within a week. So it's been closed for how long? We got the money. So that tells you how long engineering takes, how long you, part of the holdup was just the metal for the support that needs. I think that was kind of the delay. I think it's still on track for July, mid-July.
That was the date.
Okay, good. See, you already know the answer, Bill. Heck.
A guy a lot smarter than me once said, never ask a question unless you know the answer to
I always love road questions.
Yes.
Like, I don't know.
I knew you would. And given that, I mean, there's a lot of construction work going on in the county right now.
Yeah.
You know, especially Fort Hill, which is a heavily traveled area, and then you've got that stretch from Wheelersburg, the backside of Wheelersburg, Webster, to Oak Hill. where 140 is closed as well. I know at the news department, we get a lot of questions. I'm not hitting
I was about to say, I've
There's
done
a lot.
I will
Mayor might know that
I will
one.
tell you, Bill, from living out there, it's very difficult to get from South Webster to Jackson. Okay, you
That's
can't
what
go
I've
up
heard, yes.
140, you can't go up 139 because they're both closed. And if you don't know the back roads, you have a hard time getting there.
Well, does the merit meters have a date where that might be finished or a time?
What's that?
Do you have any idea when that'll be finished? Because that's a state project.
Yeah, that's a state project. I don't know about the 139 project. The 140 project was slated to be finished like in the first week of July. But now, I don't know what the progress is on it or where they are, but they were supposed to have that done the first week of July.
And the only reason I asked was ODOT hasn't returned the call yet. They must be getting a lot of calls as well. And a question with July 4th being next weekend, is that changing the commissioners' meeting schedule?
No, we're still slated for July 2nd, right? That's
Yes.
Thursday?
Yeah.
We're still
Yeah, I just wanna
slated
make
for
sure.
July 2nd.
I know in years past, sometimes they've changed the date a little bit.
But I will, so the other part of the road, everybody keeps asking, so, and I think Darren's probably giving you an update, and maybe Sam has as well. So the part of 52 that's not yet paved, I know it feels like that scene from Cars after they get the road paved and everybody's really loving New Boston. But prior to that, there's been some soil boring, some testings to figure out what what's underneath the road, because that's really why these roads keep falling apart, is that the subgrade's not great. So Engineer LeBron's been working hand in hand with Sam Sutherland to come up with a plan and really cost estimates of what it's going to take to fix and fix right. I know Sam has said multiple times that road has been paved more times since he's been around than any other road in the city. So it's not a paving issue, it's a subgrade issue. So hopefully this time that gets fixed prior to paving happening. I know it's a headache, I know it's bumpy. Once again, it has nothing to do with what we do up here, but I know people ask us all the time anyway, so I do know about that project.
Got it. All right, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
Appreciate you, Bill.
Thanks,
so
Bill.
much. Any other questions, items on or off agenda? Anything online? Nothing online? All right. Any closing statements, Commissioner Mall?
James Ashley was from Portsmouth. He was a statesman historically. They're going to have an historical marker dedication at Patty's and Pints on 2nd Street in Portsmouth at 12 noon tomorrow, which is Friday. And then Saturday, they're going to have Savor Scioto community dinner from 6 to 9 at American Legion Post 23. So I just want to make that announcement.
And that money goes to the farmers market voucher program through Area Agency on Aging. Some of that funding has been cut. So it is a fundraiser specifically for that project. And I know you're speaking there, right?
Maybe.
Okay, great.
That's either a yes or a no answer. That's not a maybe.
Mr. Smith.
There are, coming up, there are going to be a number of America 250 celebrations, and I'm going to leave that to Commissioner Powell
I'm gonna miss
because
one.
he is, those that are coming up this weekend are from his area that he grew up in, so I'm going to leave those to him. But for Bill's sake, I did hear this morning on the radio that this is National Beetle Day or Local Beetle Day. So Bill, being a big Beatles fan, I know he is happy about that, as I am. I'm also, that falls in my genre of things that I grew up with. So, and along with that, it's also National Handshake Day. So you can just shake hands with whoever you want to, and make sure you got a lot of hand sanitizer and that type of thing to make sure you don't spread anything. But it's National Handshake Day, and we probably need to shake hands and pat people on the back a little bit more than what we do. So that's about all I've got.
All right, thanks, sir. As you said, there's a lot of events. I'm probably going to miss several. But specifically Saturday, I know Otway has an event, a birthday celebration there at the Covered Bridge. Fantastic group of volunteers there that always do a good job. And then also Raritan has a party in the park. It's literally 6 miles from each other, so hit both events. But once again, it's an America 250 event as well. And then today with the rededication at the splash pad starts off what we call as Freedom Week. So the splash pad will be free from today through July 5th. So there's no excuse not to be able to take the kids out. There's no excuse not to be able to create memories. That is free from now until July 5th. Also connected to that is the 4th of July American 250 celebration hosted by Friends of Portsmouth in collaboration with the commissioners. There will not be fireworks in the city of Portsmouth. It'll be out at ETC Park. But there'll be a kids zone. There'll be free music, splash pads free that day, food trucks. Bring your chairs and your blankets. It's slated to be a pretty incredible event in celebration of our 250. And then the end of Freedom Week, connected to a grant that we were able to provide to the Children's Museum when it first opened, ensured at least one free day for families to enjoy the Children's Museum. We've always connected that to Freedom Week, so Freedom Week ends July 5th. So you can hit the splash pad and go to the Children's Museum on July 5th, which is a Sunday, and all free. So once again, no excuse not to create some memories with the family, to get out and enjoy the community. There's even more events coming up. I know Rubyville has their fireworks coming up as well. So, and New Boston has theirs also on the 4th of July. So a ton of opportunities to celebrate this great nation. One of the coolest things in connection to America 250, one of the coolest things I've seen on social media connected to the World Cup is all of the people from every other country coming into America, and they can't get over how awesome our country is. And like, they don't have this, how friendly people are, how warm people are, how welcoming people are. And I think we take it for granted, and we overlook it so much that it's nice to see through the eyes of other people that do not live here, just how special of a place we live and call home. So this holiday season, try to instill that into your kids and show them some of those videos of people truly enjoying America versus tearing it down. But with that, we
also have ranch dressing.
We also have ranch dressing, which there was an agency that put out a notice not to smuggle it back or drink too much of it, or what was it?
They have created a TSA approved.
TSA approved. There's a ranch dressing approved container through TSA to avoid any ranch spills in the air, I guess in the airplanes. God bless America. That's awesome. All right. Well, with that, we will hopefully see a lot of you out at the splash pad at noon. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Hi. Everybody have a great weekend.